Hello, everybody. I'm live. I hope everybody's good. Today, we're actually going to be doing the Hydra. Now, I started this picture off camera, and I did this when I went on vacation because they would redoing the floors in my house. I did this when I went up to the Catskills. I am drinking coffee. I am drinking the chock full of nuts with a bit of a hazelnut creamer, if anybody's wondering what I am drinking. So this I did all with Crayola pencils. Yes, all of this was done with Crayola pencils. So should we continue using Crayola pencils or should we use other pencils? I also happen to have gotten this in the mail today. This is Kawaii Girls by Ava Brown. Now, I originally bought this. This has a funny little story to it. What happened with this one is that I had bought it and then they couldn't deliver it, so then they gave me a refund. Then I saw it was available again, and I bought it because, you know, I wanted to buy it. So, but here's some of the stuff that's in it. It is really a really, really cute little book. It's so cute. Who doesn't like cute little girls and things like that to color? I typically use markers on these types of books, so just so you guys know that's what I like to color. Put markers in those books. But today we'll be using colored pencils. So what should we use? Our Crayolas, our Prismas. I think our Crayolas, since we started it with Crayolas. No, don't. This is what happens when you knock into the tripod. Not fun to knock into the tripod. So I am simply getting hi, Kim. Kim has probably guessed what we are coloring today. Yeah, the title tells you what it is. At least the title should tell you what it is. How is my good friend Kim today? Any exciting things happening? Kim, where did my sharpener go? I had the nice sharpener. The sharpener I prefer. You ever do that? You leave a sharpener and you're like, where did you leave it? Fiery Rose. Hello, Dawn. Hello, everybody. Wow, 7 of you. I know that there's the Disney birthday bash, so I'm really happy you guys decided to come here. So this is Fiery Rose, or Fiery Rose. So. So this building will be like the pink. Oh, okay. You know, I kitted up a new painting since I finished up Santa. Only thing, this new one has like 42 colors. Yes, Happy New Year, Crafting with Dimitri. How are you? Didn't you go under another name, Dimitri? Unboxer or something? It's nice to see that you changed your name. I usually only work on 2 at a time. These are Crayolas, believe it or not. You know, I started this picture when I went away during those 2 weeks that I was in the Catskill. You guys remember what happened. My mother finally decided to get the floor put in downstairs. So everything came up in this room. And then, you know, so then, you know, we had to, you know, go away. And I took this book along with 2 other books to color in. So I would have something to color in. And I took my I decided to take the Crayolas with me because, I wanted a pencil set that had a lot of colors in it. And this set only has 100 pencils in it. Yeah. They have really pretty ones. It's just the price tag I don't like. They're nice. They just don't speak to me individually. Depends on what I like to, you know. Anytime I see a painting I like, they're already sold out. So it's just like, I'm sure one day I'll get one from them. I should have done the dragons last in this picture because now I'm kind of regretting doing it in these colors because now it's going to be hard to do a background. Maybe not, maybe yes. Which book do you have? This one? This one is my favorite of all of his. Tell you the truth, guys, I am waiting on should we make the rest of the houses pink? Or should we do them purple? Or should we just do them all this color? Because we can make it different colors. Yeah, but you know what happened, Robin, was I didn't have a whole lot of money left, so. How many pages have I done in this book? We've done this one, this double page spread here. What else have we done in this book? The thing with this book is I don't want to leave them too long because then I'll forget what I did. I haven't done many in this book. The thing is that, and then we did the dolls here. Then I have this whip too, so I don't want to leave them indefinite right now. So then my progress this year is to finish my whips too in different books because I have a lot of whips in some books. So my idea is maybe if I start doing some more of the works, and this is one of the books that I want to finish in 2021. I do want to finish at least one Kirby book. So we'll make the whole lowercase pink. And I started watching Sabrina 4th season. Oh my God, it's so good. I started the shoe one, but I need to finish the shoe one, you know. I also don't want to keep too many whips because what I want to start doing is I want to do books more consistently that I have. This might be one I keep. If I finish this book, I am keeping it. So yeah, this lower level will all be pink, and then we'll do a different color over there. I've only done partially one shoe. I haven't finished the other part of the shoe, but you know what I want to do with my whips. It's important for me to finish my whips. Like the diamond paintings, what I do is I always do two, but there's always one that I finish and then I'll start another one. My mother went out, but my mother complained today. Oh my God, she's like such a fucking complainer. And then she got mad because I bought a lot of snack food, and my mother's like, well, we should really be using this time. You shouldn't be spending your money like that. My mother got a little upset because I bought some snacks in the grocery. Listen, she added things to the grocery that weren't part of the grocery, like dishwashing liquid, aluminum foil, glass cleaner. Now, here's the thing. I bought the big thing of dishwasher. It was like probably the most expensive thing, with the thing being like $12. But when I went into the store to get the Windex, they wanted like $12 for a thing of Windex glass cleaner. These are things I told my mother, when you see me go into the store and you see my list. So, what I'm telling my mother is, if she sees me going to the store, I tell her, as I do this, make a list of things we need, things we don't. And my mother got all upset because I bought a lot of snacks in the thing. I bought some cookies, I bought some crackers, I bought some this. These are the things that I like to eat. And here it is that, we've been forced to go to key food now. In my neighborhood, I have a couple of grocery stores. I have the grocery store that's on Pine Street, which is City Acres, and then I have the other one, which is like the gourmet. Like they have like all those really hardcore organic things, which is Jubilee, which I really love Jubilee, but let's be honest, they are very expensive, City Acres and Jubilee. So we started going to Key Food. So every week we check the circular. What's on sale this week? What's on sale that week? It's kind of like, a game. One week, a few weeks ago, we got two cans of Chuck full of nuts, two coffee cans for like $4. And so then my mother goes, small thing of bleach, this on that list. My mother added her own thing, so that made the grocery a little bit more expensive. So then I bought the store brand glass cleaner, and my mother's like, "Oh, how much was that? That was $2.69 as opposed to me paying $11 for it." I'm a very good shopper myself. I told my mother. But my mother goes, "No, you're shopping the way that you want to shop. You're not shopping for the way that I shop." So me and my mother have very different definitions of what's need and want. I would like to have this in the grocery. She wants that and that. So, it's kind of like funny because whoever pays for the grocery gets to decide what gets done. And since my mother didn't go with me to the store, I got to decide what I wanted to eat. So this week they had 3 cans of chunky noodle soup. Now I love chunky noodle soup, as you guys know. I love to eat my chunky noodle soup. I love to eat that stuff. I told my mother that they're having the chunky noodle soup 3 for $4. Now you guys know that the chunky noodle soup is usually $3.69. So, mhm. So I'll get my M&R. Mm-hmm. So then the one thing is that I hate doing is the edges of a picture because they're always the hardest things to do. When you color in the edge. So I was like to her, if you didn't like something I did, we'll. And then this other issue about money comes up. I hate fighting about money. Absolutely hate fighting about money. Thank you. Thank you. See, you'll get it. You get it. Hey, Andrea. Exactly. It's my money. Why should I be subject to what she always wants? Then my mother goes, "You're so cheap. You're so like this." I'm like, I don't think I'm cheap. I really don't think I'm cheap at all. Trying to think what color I want it to be. That's the problem. I think green is the color I don't have in here. Teal. And what color are what Crayolas today? Well, here's the thing. A lot of people don't realize this, Kim. I did get my stimulus check. Yes, I make my own money. Well, here's the story with the way me and my mother are working out the groceries. Because I'm buying the things that, I go out and buy things that we need primarily, and I help her, with this or that. The thing is, though, that my mother got hurt because of this COVID thing. And I'll explain what in the best way I can. In my building, we have a storefront. All guys know that I live in a co-op with my mother, right? Well, the co-op is in my mother's name, so she gets hit with that bill. I don't get hit with that bill. But what happened was because of the COVID and the stores losing business and revenue, they have put on an assessment charge on the tenants here to make up that difference. See, this is the only thing I don't like about Kirby's books. It's the edge. Thank you. I'm paying my bills. I can, I pay my bills. Well, it's based on your income. If you make less than $75,000, you get the full 600. But then they change it depending on things. And now I've been hearing that dead people got the stimulus. Yes, dead people supposedly got the stimulus. I saw that you were on Instagram, so I figured you'd come here. That's okay. You're here now. When do you guys ever see me do a Kirby book? I have to move the tripod on this thing because it's a double-sided book. Just up to here, and then we'll do the rest, and then it'll be, here's the thing. Every month at the beginning of the month, I see how much money I have. And then I make my payments. Did you do a live on YouTube? I didn't see it. I'm sorry I missed it. I probably was busy eating or doing something. But Okay, how the stimulus money worked. If you filed income tax in 2019, the IRS has your bank account number and stuff like that. So if you file taxes every year, well, when your family, I don't know how that is working, but here it is. If you filed your taxes in 2019 and you made so much, they already have your bank account because I don't know if some people do this, but when I would get refunds, which I used to get a lot of refunds when I was younger. So, and then I did pay on occasion too. So what happens is if you make money, like people will collect, and then there's also unemployment insurance. So when I got furloughed, the first 2 weeks I did not do my unemployment because I didn't really do that until my boss told me it's better because of the $600 benefit. He said to me, "Oh, it's better if you put yourself on unemployment insurance. I will pay for the medical. You just keep the unemployment insurance." So you see how this works. Thank you. This is the way that I understand it. Is that you have to make so much money. If you make less than 75,000, you will get the same. So if you file taxes, they already have you. The IRS has your money, and then you can direct deposit it. You know, the first thing I did this month, very first thing I did when I got the stimulus money was I go, let me see my bills. Let me see my credit card bills or anything else I have to pay. Schedule that all each week. And then if there's anything left over at the end of the month after that, then we can see what we can do. You know, my whole thing is if I can pay my bills, I'm going to pay it. I'm going to pay my bills first before I do. You know, if I choose to pay my bills with that check, that's my prerogative. And that's what my bills came up to actually this month. So I will have enough to cover my bills. And then I had enough to get certain things. So I am expecting, actually, guys, I am expecting two new sets of pencils. But one set should arrive tomorrow, which is the Color set. Now, these are a new budget pencil. And I actually saw them on Nisi's, aka Dollar Diva's Facebook group, that someone advertised these. She's doing that on her own, but one way that I'm helping her because of this assessment, Kim, I didn't finish explaining what happened to my mother in the condo and the co-op rules. So basically, they told people on a digital meeting, yes, digital via the phone, a Zoom call, during the annual shareholders, that the tenants will have everybody who lives in this building and owns in this building will have to pay $300 a month. I think it's a little more. I think it came up to like $333 a month that she has to pay. So yeah. My mother said to me, "You got to help me with the food and managing things here." So, which I have no problem helping with the food and things like that. But you know, there are my other hobbies, my coloring hobby, for example. And you guys noticed that I haven't been buying as much. That's not a bad price, but I don't do a whole lot of watercolor, so I don't see me spending the money on them. You know, there are things I will spend the money on. Then there are things I will not spend the money on. That's nice. I like. Okay. That means this house goes there. And now I'm watching Sabrina, which I'm really enjoying the 4th season. I'm like 2 more episodes in and then I'm done. Yeah, I kind of seem to binge watch everything. This is teal, so it's like a bluish greenish. This, and then we're done with the green. This was one of the things I do want to finish. No, Crayolas are not a bad pencil. I love the Pablos. You know, I was paying rent when I was working. Every time I got paid, I would give my mother something. I'm not saying how much I would give, but I would give her something, you know, every month. Now, because I'm not working, and I get a small check. I don't get a big check until January, but I did save a lot of the early money, and that led me through a lot of this year. You know, when I was getting that extra benefit, like the 600. So now I'm helping my mother. Thank you. They're oil based. Well, Prismas are wax. Prismas say they're oil. I think Prismas are more waxy than anything. Salmon. You know, Andrea, if you're looking to figure out what is right for you, if you do more watercoloring, then I would say do the Albert Dürer. But if you like to do more work with colored pencils and you have more books that you color the pencils with, this is salmon. You know, we all know that. You know, those are like the first pencils that we ever use, really. Since as kids, sometimes we use the crazy art, but You know, there's two new sets of pencils I got actually. One is the color, which is coming tomorrow, so I'm super excited. Well, that depends on how you're holding the hand, because when you hold it farther, it's lighter. If you hold it hard, it's closer, you're doing it harder. So it all depends on the pressure you put on your hand. Now, the reason why I'm using Crayolas today is because, quite simply, I started this picture with Crayolas, so I figured that I should finish it with Crayolas. Even though I could use other pencils, I just feel like, yeah, I did this, so I want to do it this way. Start thinking about what color sky I should use on this. Or not this purple, because this purple matte will match that, and then it doesn't look as crazy good, because we're going to do a background on it. You know, that's what I'm saying. If you don't use water-based products, I wouldn't get the Albertura. Someone was telling me about another hand crank I found in another group called the Carl Angle. It looks almost similar to my swordfish, but everybody's saying it's a lot better than my swordfish. So I'm thinking about getting it, but it's like an $18 Sharpie. So that's the only thing that, when you start to see supplies and then you don't have as much money, you start viewing everything like, okay, how much for this? How much for that? How much for that? I think I pretty much have everything. Did you see the new deli pencils, Robin? Yes, Starjoy, the company who manufactures these. Hold on, let me get out the brown set. They did come out with the 120 set. Where's my brown little set? I have a brown little pouch. In this brown little pouch, I have the delis. And then I also bought a 180 pouch that won't come till after the 180 pencils are here. So we might want. Oh, what are these? Sorry, guys. Those we weren't supposed to see. Well, here is the 72 set of deli pencils. Well, they just came out with the 120 set, Miss Robin. This is what they look like, the deli set that I have. They have numbers. These are the deli pencils, but the new Starjoys, I've heard, actually have more colors in. This is the 72. Yeah, this is what the deli pencils look like. They look like, what do you call them? Someone help me here. They look like polychromos. That's what someone said they felt like to them. But yeah, they came out with a 120 set Starjoy. So get this, guys. They started off under $20 and then they went up to like $35. No, those weren't Derwents. These are Bunzils. I don't have Derwents. If I do have Derwents, it's probably the only thing I have in Derwent probably is watercolor, is the Inktense, and the Color Softs is the only thing that I have in the Derwents. What color should the sky be? I'm thinking about the clouds too. Yeah, Macy, Dollar Diva, has this, and she also has a channel on YouTube. She has a Facebook group, and on the Facebook group, gray. I never thought about gray, but I'd have to try a different gray. It can't be the Crayola gray. The Crayola grays are too dark. Kim is saying gray. What does Michelle say? But Michelle likes purples. Come on, Kim can't be the only one who has an opinion about what color the sky should be. They're delis. See, Kim, she disagrees. Purple. We're coloring in Kirby today. Kirby's always a lot of fun. Excuse me while I drink some more of my coffee. You know, one day this week I had such tremendous head pain. I was like, what the hell's wrong with my head? You know, at first I thought it was. My mother goes, well, it can't be dental. We just had all our dental work done. You know, I just had all my dental work done in December. And I was getting my dental work done up until March. And then all of a sudden the pandemic happened and then boom. I'm thinking maybe an orangey color, maybe a yellowy color, just to offset it. So I got the 120 set of Star Joys. She calls them Star Joys, but they're really delis. So what happened was they were like $20-something when I got them, but people were saying they upped the price to almost like $30-something, then $40. The Color set, which is 180 pencils, ended up being like $36 because they have like a 15% off coupon if you clip it on. So guys, if I get the Color, because they're going to come in a tin, would you guys be interested in a swatching video of the Colors? If I got the Colors. See, when I sharpen this, that's the only bad thing about pencils. You have to sharpen them. They're called KALUR. Hold up, guys. I'll put up a link for them. So you guys can see what they look like. That's the link for the Color pencils, but hold on, I'll show you what they look like in just a second. This is what they're going to look like. I have to go to my thing. Hold on, I'm looking for them. This is what they're going to look like, guys, here. This is what they look like. They're going to come in a red tin. These were $36 with the 15% off coupon. If anybody's interested in these. See, they come in a tin, and I would never have known. This is the 180 set that she showed on her Facebook group. Yeah. You know, I thought I was done buying pencils. I really was not. And these are the store drawers, aka delis. See these? These are currently unavailable, but these are what the new delis look like, if anybody's curious. They call it Star Joy, but really they're delis. Look at that. Look at how pretty that is. See, and then they have a chart for you. And names. The other pencils did not have names, only numbers. So I just want to show you guys what is on the way. Oh, she showed the show colors. She didn't show the other ones. Interesting. Okay. You all know why this gets taken out, right? This is to test colors before we put colors on. Now, I have an idea that maybe orange will look good on it, but so we've got two grays, a purple, and an orange. So this is royal purple to see how it will look. Not crazy about it. What gray is that? That's cool gray. That could work. Again, that might clash too much with that. I think yeah, I'm thinking Kim's idea of the gray is better. You want to try and get your colors to match right. You know, I don't want the color to clash too much with this, so. You see, Miss Michelle likes purple. Miss Michelle, is that your favorite color? you see, the thing is, it clashes too much with this, and then it clashes too much with that, you know? Thing is, you don't want your colors to clash too much. I mean, yeah, you can do what you want on your picture, but today we're doing Kirby. Mm-hmm. Show her a picture of that. Message her a picture of that, Robin, so she can see that. That is actually a really nice one. I didn't get it personally when I did it, but you know, when I do the Diamond Art Club ones, you know, it has to be something that I really, really like. And Robin, I do have the Dragon's Attack one by Diamond Art Club, if you're wondering. This was one that they came out with a long time ago, and yes, I am. I have a dragon one from Diamond Art Club. You guys do know that I do like my dragons. I have a Star Wars mermaid one that I'm after I'm done with the Pegasus, the mermaid one is going to be the next one. I was going to originally do the Michaelina one, the Micah. No, what was it? The one that who does all those pictures? Not Michaelina, but something with an M. Oh my God! And I know her. I know it, but now it's you know the person, but you kind of I'm like, okay, what is their name? How could you be so dumb and forget their name? Like we'll take the warm gray and make that the clouds. You know, in Sabrina, the new Sabrina, they did something that's kind of funny, and I like that they did this. They brought in some characters. They brought in two of the actors from the original series this year on the show. This is a little bit of a spoiler if you haven't watched it. So I'm warning you right now, it is a little bit of a spoiler. But they released this the clip of it. And the swordfish works really well on Crayolas too, if you're curious. A lot of times, this sharpener I have found works really well on everything except my pastel pencils. I haven't tried those pencils yet on this paper. Come on. This is number 119 on the Castle Arts. Eventually, I'll get another set of the Castle Arts. And yes, I was in Kate's live today. You know, I did visit Kate, and I did get to see her earlier. You know, my mother even loved the Santa one that I did. Oh, Oh, that's terrible. That's sad. I wish you would have been able to have chatted. Depending on when I get the color pencils, I might go live and we might do a swatching video. Oh, that's weird. You can always message her and ask her to unblock you. Did you do anything to offend one of her mods one day? You know, sometimes the mods get crazy and when they block somebody. No, I was one time blocked from a stream. This is because one of the mods did not like me. Eventually, I got put back on the thing where I could chat. But this is because one of the mods had an issue with me. And I don't know what I did to offend them, but you know what? I'm over it now. But for a while, I was very upset and very angry. But you know, there's an old expression that my priest told me a long time ago. And you know, when he explained to me, but you know, my priest was like, "Oh, don't learn to forgive, learn to get over it, learn to do this." But he actually said something that was a little bit more practical to me one day. And he was a younger priest. But he said, "You cannot control the actions of others. You can only control your own actions." No, you know what happens is then the host has to unblock you. Kim, it's a whole process. When the mods block you, the host then has to unblock them. So what happens is the host has to literally go into her subscribers and figure, and then there's a list of blocked people. And so once you delete one of those blocked people, really you did, but you have to go through this whole process of unblocking somebody. So it is a bit of a, oh no, I didn't mean to do that in that color. See, this is what happens when you don't pay attention. That's okay, because it's a light color. We can go over it with the dark color. That's okay. We can go over it. But she might not be blocked. She might be blocked in another. There's another thing you have to do. Even if the mod unblocks you, there's another thing the host has to do to get you to chat. Your chat privilege might be suspended, so then you have to do the something with the. We'll just change the color of the clown. You know, and I thought that was good advice that my priest said to me. You can only choose. Hi, Danielle. I'm sure it was a misunderstanding, Michelle. Talk to Kate. She's pretty understanding. She's really nice and sweet. I'm sure if you explain to her what happened, she'll go back into her thing and hopefully get you unblocked, and then you can chat again in her lives. I'm sure it was an accident. See? You can't change the color of your gray clouds. I wouldn't recommend this though all the time though, but You know, Kate is very nice. She's very, very sweet. And I'm sure it was an accident. See, I missed the house. Just going to put this book back up here. Guys, I'm just going to put this back up here so that way, and that's my phone and address book. Keep that I like to keep these things where I can find them easily. See, whenever I'm using at the time, if I'm using like a lot of pencils, like whatever I'm using, I keep up here the most because it's easy for me to find. Now, I used to not be as organized as I am now, but I'm a lot more organized. This is an M&R. I love the M&R, especially the round one. As you guys can tell, I was, okay, if you guys want to know the story of what happened, no problem. But what happened was I was cutting food the other day. I was trying to cut a turnip and I accidentally sliced my finger on the top here. Yeah, I sliced my finger pretty damn good that it bled. But one of my mother's friends said, if you don't bleed for your food, then it's not as good. I was cutting up turnips. They're actually really nice and tasty the way we make them. We cut it up, we mash it. Turnips are delicious once they're cooked and cut up and mashed and however you decide to cook them. They are delicious, especially with potatoes. If you mix in mashed potatoes with mashed turnips, oh my God, they're so good and they're so yummy. Although they are not always the easiest thing to cut in the world. I think that's what it is. You can always email her privately or message her privately and see if she can unblock you. I'm sure it wasn't personal. This is what happens when you start doing backgrounds. The pencil gets used up a lot more when you do backgrounds. I normally don't do the backgrounds because I find them a lot more work. You know what he was saying? Here's what I was, and Robin criticized me for this once. She said, "Oh, I don't say hello to everyone in the stream when someone says hello." So what I do as a general rule is when I enter a stream, I go, "Hello to our host, hello everyone in the chat." That way, it's like a blanket hello. So, me and my mother, we have very different taste in things and shows we like to watch. And there are some streams where I don't even say hello because And I know this to be true because I'll lurk in them. And I'm not going to say whose stream it is, but there is one person that I do not get along with in the stream, and she's a mod to this person. So I'm like, well, I should say the moderator, not the person who hosted, but one of the mods that is in her stream. I don't say hello anymore in her streams. I just lurk in this person's stream because one of her mods has a hatred against me. So I don't know why. So what I do is I lurk in her streams. I suppose that's true in some way. You know what I hate? When I get all these like notifications all of a sudden that there's mail in my thing. You know, whatever it is, I'll pick it up later if it's. How many of you get the Color in Heaven magazine? Guys, how many of you actually get the Color in Heaven magazine? Well, I just found out that they might be increasing our subscription prices to it too. There's a rumor going around that they're going to increase our subscription prices for two reasons that they're going to increase our subscription prices. Now, I wouldn't mind paying a little bit, but here's the thing. Because of two reasons why the price may be going up for the Color in Heaven magazines and those special issues. One is because they left the European Union. Number two, they're having in England, which is where the Color in Heaven magazines are published, and that's where the company's offices are located. Because of the new mutant strain of COVID, they're not going to be delivering. It's going to take longer to get the magazines out to us, they said. You can buy them individually, but then there's the special issues. And I'm not talking the ones that come in the subscription. I'm talking like the Color in Heaven, like things like the Fairies Companion, the Tim Jeffs book, the Color in Heaven collection, the calendars. And I'm not buying calendars for 2021, guys, because I can't seem to finish them. So that's why I'm not doing them. Like that, it looks like there's a storm coming. Thank you, Kim, for the suggestion of the color. You know, if we went out, we'd probably have a color that's similar in another set. I think sometimes we all get like so. Okay, so Kirby's books get more likes. Oh, did you guys all see the new book that came? Yes, I got a new book, Michelle. I have a thing for cutesy, wootsy books. Yes, look how cute the book girls are. Look how cute these are. Isn't that cute? I want to do this Little Mermaid. Isn't that cute? But you know, the good thing about Color in Heaven is they explained why they're not going to be shipping as much, you know, or it's going to be everything's going to be delayed. I was so looking forward to getting the Sarah Victor issue. Your poor little finger. It's okay. See? Look, it's not that bad. Really, it's not. It's really not. It was worse the other day. Complete your Clara collection. God. Really, Michelle? It actually didn't hurt. I'll tell you, the funny thing is when it happened, it didn't hurt. And then all of a sudden I saw this red thing on the turnip and I go, ooh, what is that? And then I realized it was my finger. See, that's the only thing that I don't like about Kirby's double page books is that about his double page spreads. And if I finish this today, that means I'll have one less whip in the works. You know, I'm thinking maybe I should make a hashtag for 2021. 2021 whips to be done. Oh, I like that. You know, I saw someone do something very inventive with this book. They bought 2 copies of this book, right? Then they had it bound, and then they spiral bound the book, number one, and then they got it done, and then they did marker paper. They bought 2 copies of the book and bound it so they could color it in marker. And there's some people literally do this. I know what they do is they buy a copy of the book, they copy the pages, and then they they make copies on better paper. This is my favorite one. I use this a lot. And so now what's happening, now that it's about a year old, I noticed that sometimes the pencils get stuck. I've never done that, but other people have done it. You know, after the Clara book and the Erie book, buying international books is not going to be a thing for me. I mean, there are so many books that I want on Etsy, but I'm like the price tag alone of them and the international shipping. There was a book, a grayscale book I saw on one of these women's sites, and it was from Cranverse, and the pictures are absolutely beautiful. But the price to ship from Switzerland to America is like another $20, which will double the price of the book effectively. Like, no. And when I got the Erie book, the new one, the fairy tale one, I didn't buy it at some of these books, and I didn't buy like Cool Craft book. I bought it from a new seller called Chill and Sarah. Here's what you tell Mike. My money, as long as I can find room to fit it, he can go away. If I finish this book, I will keep it. I've already made the decision that I will keep the book if I finish it. See, what I like about this one is that you can easily take it out. The Afmat doesn't do little pencils as well. And if you're going to get a pastel, if you're going to get any pastel pencils, usually if you buy them in a set, they come with a pastel sharpener. So there's specific sharpeners specifically made for pastel pencils. No, this one I will keep. Not everything I keep, not the really junky things I keep, but the nice ones I keep. Like, I'll probably keep the Johanna Basfords when I'm done with them. The Kirby's. Light gray and dark gray. Well, Robin, it's also about, now for me, it's about the space consumption. It's not just about how many I have. It's about how much space I can do. I can't keep all my books, but I kept the Flowers and Gems book. I think I kept one or two of the Jennifer. Yeah, I kept two of the Jennifer Stay books. And I kept the Grazia Salvo calendar. What do you mean it's payback for your kids? Because, you know, I gave away a lot of books this year to my nieces. It's funny, I gave my niece a bunch of Disney books and some other books too. And I asked my brother, what's her favorite coloring book? And he goes, well, her first favorite is Frozen, of course. What is it with little girls and Frozen? I swear to God, every little girl I know loves Frozen. And then he goes, her second favorite is Lion King. You know, they might end up throwing away the things when you're dead. Hakuna Matata. I just want to be king when I grow up. Hakuna Matata. It's a wonderful phrase. Can you feel the love tonight? Hey, forgive me, I'm a Disney nerd. Doesn't mean I like all the books. Did you guys see the one that Kate had? Oh my God, that book! It's so nice, but it's too detailed for me. That book is really nice, but I think I would have a problem with the book because it's too detailed for me. I'd have to really love Disney to get a book like that. That figures you would have that book. I don't have it, but it's not something that I would want. You know what I mean? Like, I like books with more people in them. This being an exception to that rule, you know who's also very detailed is Thomas Optomic. We need to do some work in him too at some point this year. I'm still thinking about doing colorings in Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata. Oh, what a wonderful expression. It means no worries for the rest of our lives. Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata. Sorry, that's all I remember of the song. That's all I remember. I'm sorry, that's all I remember of it. So I give my cousin a lot of coloring books. I told my brother if they ever come here and they want any of my coloring books, I'll just give them to them. Not all of them, but you know, not the ones that I like. None of the Kirby's, but some of the more QVC Japanese ones. You know, I might have to give my nieces some more books to make some room. That's what I should do to make room. I should give away some of my more cutesy books to them. Not all of them, but just the ones I think they would really like. Yeah, I gave my nieces some Japanese ones, and they really like the cutesy one. I gave them the Hello Kitty ones since I'm not coloring in them, and I love Hello Kitty, but wasn't coloring in them. And then I was like, you know what? I'll do one of those. I'll give one of those. Who saw the coloring book that Jen had for Mandalorian? My God, I loved Mandalorian. Well, I gave those to my nieces. You mean a plushie, or do you mean the one where he talks with the little plushie? Yeah, there's a couple of versions of Grogu. One has him with where he makes all those sounds like hey, and he coos too. Like my plushie? Look how much the pencil already. This is a full size one. Look at what it's done already. Look, it's already halfway done. I've already gone through half this pencil. What book shall we color in next time? If I don't get the pencils. Oh, you're funny. You're funny. You see, Kim, she's trying to ruin. I don't layer. Unless I'm doing skin tone. That's okay. With these pencils, we can always get more of them because they're affordable. See, that's the advantage of Crayolas. You won't break the bank with them. So I almost never get to use my grays. This picture required that I do. That would do a background. The water was the hardest thing on this thing. For whatever reason, this color blue did not want to go down smooth when I did it on vacation. Now, if I had had my Prismas or if I had had my polys with me, I probably could have gotten the water to be much more, go down much more easier. It's weird because the paper is fighting these pencils. If I'm doing skin, then I layer, you know. If I'm doing skin or if I'm doing flowers, or if I'm doing markers. Depends on what I want to do, you know. And all of you know what my addiction is. What is my other addiction? Besides coloring books, markers, and pencils, what is my other addiction? And if you say diamond painting, you're only half right. There's something to do with diamond paintings. It's pens. I Love diamond painting pens. So very, very much. Yes, DP pens. So, so I zoom up the thing, while I take the legs off, while I try to move the legs up higher. There we go. So we have done a picture now in World Within Worlds. I actually like the gray. It actually comes out looking a little like a bluish gray. I think it came out really nice. I think this came out totally different than I thought it would come out. So we have gotten another picture done from World Within Worlds. I'm kind of really happy that this book came out because normally I don't really. Happy New Year, Shonda. I normally don't color in these, but also, guys, if you can get cases with your pencils, do so because the cases themselves are like really high. So we did that. So what book would you guys like us to work on next? If I have it, I'll do it. But what would you guys like me to color? Johanna? And if the pencils don't come, we'll do something else. But we have new pencils coming too. So the color swatch will probably be Monday, Sunday. Depends on when they get here. But according to Amazon, they're going to get here tomorrow by 10 o'clock. So let's hopefully that they're not in the late session when I get them. So I'm really surprisingly happy with this picture. So I want to thank you guys for coming. So thank you guys so much for coming. I really, words can't express how much happiness I am with this picture. So thank you guys for coming so much. It means a lot. I know a lot of you were probably going to go over to Zoe's when she started. I knew Zoe was streaming when I was streaming. So I don't know who's streaming because I know that there are some people doing the Disney birthday bash. I know that some people are streaming separately from that. So Michelle, are you going to stream after? Are you going to stream next so people can go over to yours if they're here? So I want to thank you guys for coming, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And hopefully, I see you either tomorrow or Monday with the new pencils. So everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep well. Bye, everybody. Bye.